The UK is back in Europe's DMs. Sort of. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a developing story from the UK that's got everyone talking about one of the most ironic political moves we've seen in years. Prime Minister Keir Starmer is reportedly ready to bring Britain back into a £100 million EU defence pact. And yes, the same talks that previously collapsed are now back on the table. If you're a fan of political plot twists, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's break it down. So here's the situation. Keir Starmer, the current UK Prime Minister, is apparently ready to get Britain back into this EU defence pact. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, didn't the UK literally Brexit? Didn't they spend years being like, we're out, we don't need you, we're going to go do our own thing? Yes, they did. That's what makes this so awkward. So this defense pact we're talking about is worth £100 million. That's about $125 million US dollars for context, and it's all about European countries working together on military coordination and capabilities. Sounds pretty important, right? Well, here's where it gets spicy. The talks for this thing actually collapsed before. Like, they tried to make this work, and it fell apart harder than my New Year's resolutions. But now Starmer's like, you know what? Let's run it back. And look, I gotta give you the context here, because this isn't just about money or military equipment. This is about the UK trying to figure out its place in the world post-Brexit. It's like when you quit your job in a dramatic fashion, storm out, tell everyone you're gonna start your own business, and then 6 months later you're like, so, about that health insurance you guys have. The thing is, the world's getting pretty chaotic right now. You've got Russia doing Russia things, you've got tensions all over the place, and European countries are realizing that maybe, just maybe, working together on defense isn't the worst idea, even if you're not technically in the EU club anymore. But here's what kills me about this whole situation, and this is the chef's kiss ironic part. One of the big selling points of Brexit was sovereignty and making our own decisions and not being controlled by Brussels. The whole campaign was like, we're Britain, we don't need Europe telling us what to do. And now they're knocking on Europe's door being like, so, about that defense cooperation thing, can we get in on that? It's giving major, I don't need you, but also can I borrow $20 and use your Netflix password? Energy. And the best part? The EU countries are probably sitting there like, oh, so now you want to cooperate? Interesting. Very interesting. But real talk for a second. This actually matters. Like, beyond the memes and the irony, this is about European security. With everything going on in the world right now, countries are trying to beef up their defense capabilities. Nobody wants to be caught slipping when things get real. The UK still has one of the more capable militaries in Europe, and the EU knows that. So even though there's definitely some awkwardness here, like running into your ex at a party and pretending everything's cool, there's also legitimate strategic reasons why this makes sense for everyone involved. It's just the optics, man. The optics are wild. You've got Brexit voters who were promised independence from Europe, watching their government literally pay £100 million to work closely with Europe on defense. You've got EU countries who watched the UK peace out being asked to welcome them back into this specific arrangement. The bigger picture, 4 minutes and 5 seconds to 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and here's the thing that really gets me. This might just be the beginning, because once you start cooperating on defense, then it's trade discussions, then it's regulatory alignment, and before you know it, the UK and EU are basically back together but without the official label. It's the political equivalent of, we're not dating, we're just hanging out, exclusively, and sharing finances, and planning our future together. The question everyone's asking now is, how far is this going to go? Is this just a practical defense arrangement, or is it the first domino in a long line of UK-EU reconciliation? Because let's be honest, the divorce wasn't exactly clean, and now we're watching what might be the world's most expensive couples therapy session play out on the international stage. So that's where we're at. Keir Starmer's ready to rejoin the EU Defence Pact, Brexit voters are probably having mixed feelings, and Europe's watching this unfold with what I can only imagine is a mixture of vindication and confusion. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coverage on international politics and the stories that actually matter. I'll catch you in the next one. End screen with subscribe button.